Things have a funny way of working out, don't they? You got the best laid plan and all the ups and the downs and the injuries here and there. You're going to find yourself right back to where I think it all started for the Cleveland Browns and their quarterback situation, and that is with Joe Flacco. I don't like seeing Shedeur Sanders get injured. I don't like seeing Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett get hamstrung. Sorry, that's bad. I'm sorry. I don't like seeing that, but in a way, it just led you back to Joe Flacco, which it is all steam ahead with him starting week 1. I'd be shocked if that's not the case. You kind of found your way there. We'll discuss things on through on that with the guard. Come on now. They're alive, baby. I should have known. Wednesday night after Gavin Williams takes a no-hitter into the 8th inning, and you sit there and you go, probably a little hangover for him, but the guard's right back in the thick of things. We got the grid. We got something brand new for you in this week's edition of the Fontana Show right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. Hey is Ryan Tyler, and we are so happy to have you alongside for a major announcement. If you saw it with the network, this is not only just the Matt Fontana Show with Ryan Tyler on the Big Play Sports Network and the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. We are now presented by FanDuel, baby. Oh,
isn't that something?
That is huge, man. And listen, we got a lot of sports to talk about, and we have, Fairway Ford, Pure AV, now Physicians Ambulance, Garage Beer, who's been with us since day one. Like, we have had such amazing advertising partners, and really, it starts with the fans. Like, we're not able to do this if you're not tuned into our shows and watching our great lineup, but even just the leadership here at Big Play. To bring on a partner like FanDuel, everybody knows who FanDuel is, and they are now on the Big Play Network and here on our show. This is monumental. This is amazing, and again, so much hard work went into it, and I appreciate Ken and Dave and Nick and everybody that worked really hard to get this done. We appreciate, obviously, FanDuel, and they're joining an amazing group of advertisers that we already have, but it might not resonate, and not that a lot of people are interested in this, but I can't tell you how big this is. When they first told me that this was potentially going to be a thing, or they were discussing, and now that they're on, I don't search for legitimacy doing this because I believe in Big Play and I believe what we're doing here is huge and with the growth that we have seen already. But this is so big for our company, for our show here, for Ryan and myself to be able to do this. So this is a big show, our first one with FanDuel. They're on with us. We welcome them on in. Going to do a great job for them as we have for all of our partners. And again, thank you. Thank you out there for watching, for listening. When you catch us on the podcast, on The Rock on Fridays, on Thursday nights on Big Play. I mean, this is huge. Ryan, I moved all my stuff for FanDuel only from here on out, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And today's going to be a lot of fun because we're getting ready to go for August 26th. That is Futures Day on FanDuel. So you do nothing but futures bets. We are going to do an NCAA football parlay. It's going to be a big one. We're going to pick all the conference winners.
All the conferences that matter.
Well, and the MAC.
That matters.
Sorry, I'm saying the MAC.
The MAC matters.
So do the Big Ten, ACC, SEC, Big 12, and can I pick a Pac-12 winner? Are they back? What are they doing over there?
There's 2 teams.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they got. So we're going to do that a little bit later. Really excited about that. And then next week's show, we're doing all the NFL division winners. Woo! That is going to be a savory parlay. FanDuel might leave after that.
I'll be 8 for 8.
Well, we won't know till the end of the year, but we're going to be on that, baby. So welcome FanDuel to the show, and so happy to have you alongside. Things all work out for the Browns in a way. And I don't want it to go through the injury route because inevitably injuries take the decision out of your hands. And people complain about the Browns making bad decisions, and they have, and they've had to make amends for some of those. But I still want them making the decision. I don't like it when the decision is taken out of your hands due to injury, and that's kind of where the Browns are at. Shedeur can't play this weekend. He's got the oblique injury. There's reports that this might be a weeks-long thing. I don't know about stashing him on IR. I hope that's not the case. But Kevin Stefanski came out and said, the goal all along was for the two rookies to start the two games, whether it was Dylan first, Shedeur second, however they want. Okay, you got Shedeur. Played well against the Carolina Panthers. Played really well and above expectations. Now, we're recording this Thursday. I assume Dylan Gabriel is going to be good enough to go to start against the Eagles this weekend. Here's your comp. Here's your comparison. And it's not always going to be apples to apples. I get, the Eagles are a better team than the Panthers and how much of their ones are going to play and what they see in practice. But there's your two. There's your way to compare these two guys. Knowing that they were always going to be here. No matter what was going to happen with this quarterback room, we knew Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel were going to be here. There's craziness out there of like, well, now that Shedeur played well, maybe teams will come calling. You don't bail on him now. You look good. Why would you bail on him now? Why would you entertain anything like that? Oh, well, Dylan Gabriel, their teams that called during the draft and wanted to trade him. Too bad. He was the guy the Browns wanted. You got him. Stick by your guy. As this all shakes out, it's all just pointing back to what? Joe Flacco is going to start week 1. Daniel Oifusi, who is there in Philadelphia, covers the team for ESPN, does a great job. What did he tweet today? No on Shedeur. He's not playing. We got to wait to see on Dylan Gabriel. We got to wait to see on Kenny Pickett. Then Kevin Stefanski said everything's on the table except Joe Flacco will not play. So everything is not on the table because Flacco's not going to play. He's getting all the 1 reps out at these practice. I almost said 2-a-days. That's of the past now. Of all these joint practices, it's clear and obvious it's going to be Flacco. Ryan, you just found your way back to the North Star. That was always, I think, the trajectory they were going to be on. I don't like that injuries played a factor, but it's also kind of played out. What was the tweet I sent before everything started? I said, I'm going to call my shot. Flacco starts, Pickett gets moved, and you got the 2 rookies. It seems like that's kind of where we're sitting today.
I'm not giving up my ship quite yet that Kenny Pickett's going to be the starter because that was my whole thing that I went months ago. Kind of really after the draft, I said I think Kenny Pickett's going to be the starter. Yes, right now all signs are pointing to Joe Flacco, but I still think there is a legit possibility that Flacco gets traded over Pickett. 1, Pickett's dealing with a hamstring injury. 2, we've seen multiple teams. The Rams, let's say the Rams, Stafford can't go for the first 3 weeks. You need to win those first 3 games. Flacco, Jordan Love's hurt for potentially the first 3 weeks. Like, there's multiple teams more and more that are coming up that potentially may need that starting bridge to get back to their franchise quarterback, and Joe Flacco offers that. Kenny Pickett probably not. But I'm excited to see Dylan Gabriel. I was excited to see Shedeur. It's something new. It's exciting. But fans are going to be clamoring if Dylan Gabriel looks bad. Well, that might be doomsday scenario. People are going to be calling for Shedeur to be number 2 on the depth chart. And then same vice versa. If he plays really well, people are going to be upset because that means Shedeur's likely still buried down on the depth chart.
Well, the thing about Pickett that they gave up the pick. They gave up a 5th round pick for him. So if they can get a pick back, I think that helps save face. I don't think they're just going to cut Kenny Pickett. So you're right. Let's say you are New Orleans, right? Like I was watching Spencer Rattler to see if they would need somebody if Tyler Shuck starts or things like that. Rattler played all right. I went through the same thing. I went through all these backups. Like, is Kenny Pickett better than Hendon Hooker, who's the backup in with the Lions? Yeah, okay. Run through all these other ones and see. And that would need to be a team that would call. But you're right. Would they just rather call for Joe Flacco? Flacco is just cash. That's just money. You got to talk about why I'm going to say wasted a 5th round pick to get Kenny Pickett. But if you move off of him and get a conditional 6th back, that's a wash. Okay, fine, and we move on forward. But that is something the Browns have to sit on. And it also comes back to, do you think anything has changed about them keeping 4 quarterbacks? Because they've been pretty adamant, like, no, we'll keep 4. I never bought that. I still don't buy that. But that could be their bargaining chip. Like, well, we'll keep all 4. We could slide somebody to the practice. You can't slide one of the rookies to the practice squad. They'll get claimed. Pickett, I don't know.
I think you would.
Yeah. And then Flacco, I think you have to release him and then put him on the practice squad. I remember, you can't just put him on the practice squad unless he goes to all the teams and says, no. Like he did. I'm coming back here. I'm going to stay on this practice squad. Don't come get me. Why would he want to stick around here to play that game?
Right.
Where they I guess this could be a real scenario. They keep Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders on the roster. They send Joe Flacco away, but tell him we're putting you on the practice squad and we're going to do that elevation thing and you're actually going to start. But to do what? To buy time for these guys to get healthy? To see more in regular season practice, they know who their starter is. They're not going to announce it. You know, I was having a conversation with somebody over the weekend about like when the Browns are going to announce it. They love waiting to the last minute. They do it an hour before the Bengals game if they could. But we'll see next week because you assume the Rams come to town like Flacco's going to start that game. It all points in that direction. But it all, I think, just circles back that they were on this, like, it's the default. Sometimes comfortable is not a good thing, right? Everybody say, get out of your comfortability zone, right? Well, Joe Flacco was your nice, snuggly little blanket. You're always comfortable with that. And it finds its way back to Joe Flacco and where the Browns sit today. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, again, we do this on Thursday morning, so we'll see if, you know, I hope, what a wrench that would be if Dillon Gabriel can't go on Saturday. I hope it's leaning that way. But really, my eyes are on Pickett. Like, do you start Dillon Gabriel and then go to Kenny Pickett because you want him to play, and you'd like it if he played well, even against 3 and 4s or whatever, to maybe up that trade. Like, that is...
But you're also playing a dangerous game with that because you're then throwing Kenny Pickett against the same defense. You could say it's the backups that he played against when he was in Philadelphia.
The ultimate thing in this whole conundrum, if you will, Ryan, what do they legitimately think of Kenny Pickett? Am I missing the boat on that? Like, am I missing how, like, I know how they feel about Joe Flacco and I know how they feel about the rookies. I don't know how they feel about Kenny. I have no idea.
I think they love him.
Okay.
I think they love him. I think if Kenny Pickett was healthy, we might have already seen Joe Flacco get traded.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take. And that's, you just got to deal, you got to deal in the reality that you live in, right? You deal with these guys are injured, they can't play, this or that, and you got to make the best out of it. Knowing the start of the schedule, which we talked to Warren Sharp about last week, how hard it is, and when the rookies are played. The rookies are going to play at some point this season. You have to. But it is who you start, and at that point, a lot of people would ask, why does it even matter? Because if you think you're going to have a down season, if you think it's going to go rough, then why not just start these guys out of the gate and see where you kind of finish out? All right, more Browns to talk about. Miles with the speeding thing again. So we'll get to that coming up as well. And I do want to look at the rest of the team. We are so laser focused on the quarterbacks that I think we're missing some of the other big pieces on this team. We'll get to all that coming up. Fontana Show right here on Big Play, presented by FanDuel. And, of course, Garage Beer, Pure AV Physicians Ambulance, and Fairway Ford. Good family friend of ours, my wife's best friend growing up. They are the proud new owners of a Ford Explorer. Now, it's not new. It's new to them. It's a 2021. But I was talking to them about Fairway Ford and Canfield. It's a short drive out there. You see the summer sale going on, the 0% that's available, the no payments, the complimentary service, all of that can be yours for that right vehicle for you. Life changes in a lot of different ways. What is the vehicle that you need right now? You need the storage space. You need towing capability. You need a commercial vehicle. I don't want to think about winter, but we'll be there before you know it. You need the plow. You need that, a big box truck, something to work with. Fairway Ford's got it all for it. They have every little thing that you would need. You're going to get excellent customer service with a family-owned and operated business at Fairway Ford. They're the absolute best, and they'll deliver wherever. They'll deliver anywhere that you need with that vehicle. I was driving the other day, and someone in my neighborhood has got this tricked-out, lifted, big old knobby tire Bronco. It's white with they have the whole thing comes back. It's not even like a sunroof. Like, the whole thing comes back. Now, that's a ride. That works in the summer and the winter. Here in Northeast Ohio, they got pre-owned. They have brand new. They have it all for you. With our friends at Fairway Ford, when you reach out to them, they'll really hook you up if you tell them you heard about it from us and here at Big Play. So reach out to them, fairwayfordohio.com. All right, we got to focus on some other things with the Browns. We'll touch on Myles Garrett. We got it all for you next. Fontana Show, presented by FanDuel, right here on Big Play and The Rock.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows, energy-efficient products at an affordable price. Visit smartchoicewindows.com today.
All right, Myles Garrett caught for speeding yet again in the same place that Shedeur Sanders did, the same place that if you're from Northeast Ohio, you know that that's a speed trap there. Is it a reflection of the Browns? Is this something of a sign of a bigger issue? Welcome back. Fontana Show right here on Big Play, presented by FanDuel. He's Ryan Tyler. I'm Matt Fontana. And as always, our show presented by Pure AV. I was talking to Don. We had Don in here not too long ago from Pure AV, and we have a family function coming up, and we're gonna have, dude, probably 40 people, 40 of our family over for a little afternoon coming up here.
Sounds scary.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of fun though. And I was thinking, oh gee, it's gonna be a Saturday in the fall. You think there's some college football on that we'd like to watch? And Don was telling me, because Matt, we'll hook you up, we'll take care of it. And they can do, obviously, the new install. You've dreamed about the patio. You've dreamed about exterior lighting, sound, and all that. But maybe you haven't, and it's on the fritz, or you think it could be better. And especially for people out there watching or listening that have a newer home, that stuff shouldn't be broken yet. That stuff, you just got it installed a couple years ago, but it's technology. Sometimes things happen. Pure AV can install, but more importantly, they can fix anything. Whether they installed it, and obviously that's part of their business, that they will keep making sure that it's good if they install it. But even if somebody else installed it, Joe Homeowner installed it doesn't matter. They'll take care of it for you. So if you got something and you say, like, man, the TV, the Dolby Atmos surround sound, or you don't even know what you want to get installed yet, go with Pure AV. They are the absolute best. They can work with almost any budget. And again, a lot of their business is starting to become fixing things. Don, dude, what did he say to us a couple weeks ago? I can fix anything, Matt. He goes, I can fix anything, AV, any of it. They got you covered with our friends at Pure AV, online, pureavcorp.com. Free estimates. They'll come out to your house. They'll give you the ideas of what you can put in there, or go see their showroom down in Akron with our friends at Pure AV. This Miles stuff is like, it's annoying, because I'm sure he doesn't want to have to deal with this anymore. I'm sure it's annoying because Kevin Stefanski's got to keep talking about it. Like, guys, just stop. Just stop. Literally, just stop.
It's like telling a toddler.
And here's the line that I have, right? That's his business. But he's of a status that it is going to get reported on. What is it, his 8th ticket?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's these people that are, well, he got in this car accident. He could kill somebody. He's an adult. He is a grown adult. Let him, I'm telling him, slow down. That's his business. I don't want to talk about this. And it's like, Kevin Stefanski can only tell these guys so much what to do and what not to do. Learn from it. But it's his business. Oh, well, Matt, that impacts him on the field. If he gets suspended, he's got 12 moving violations and points on his license. I don't really want to talk about it because it's his business. And if it's something that starts to impact him on the field, then maybe I guess there's something to have commentary on it. Everybody wants to get on their high horse and try to tell Myles Garrett how to live his life. Do I want him to slow down? Yeah. He shouldn't be doing that at 2 a.m. That's dangerous, man. But also, he's an adult. He's a grown man. He can figure that out on his own. And it is different than the Judkins situation, too. Those are completely different things that I'm not even trying to bring up in the same conversation here. But, like, these guys, Browns have a culture problem. Dude, what do you want these guys to do? I'm talking about the Browns. What do you want Andrew Berry to do? What do you want Kevin Stefanski to do? Go sit down with those guys in driving class? Go take them. I went to professional driving school. Shout out to them. Like, you want them taken back? Oh, they got either license? Come on. This is not a reflection on the Cleveland Browns. It's a reflection on Myles Garrett. He's got a lead foot. He's got a lead foot. He drives a Porsche. He drives fast cars. Newsflash, these guys are all rich with fast cars. Like, I'm not condoning it, and I'm not giving an excuse for it. I don't want to give him anything. So it's his business. Let him deal with it. But people are so quick to, got to preach to Myles Garrett and tell him this or tell him that, or it's this reflection on the Cleveland Browns. I really don't think it's anything, Ryan. I don't know.
I mean, it's dumb and
It's annoying.
stupid. It's stupid and dangerous is exactly what it is. And for a guy who has obviously, been labeled as a guy who doesn't want to be a leader, and that's fine, but it's another example of that. And it's just, he's damn good. He's damn lucky. He's a generational talent, because if not, people wouldn't be putting up with that.
No, and again, learn from it. He was in that car accident. You think it'd be different. But again, I'm not telling him his business. That's his way to go about it. All right, we've been so focused on the quarterbacks, Ryan. I wanted to talk about some of the other positions on this team as we get ready to go for the season. And the reports coming out of Philly is this D-line is cooked and ready to go, man. They are good. I shouldn't say cooked in a bad way. Like, they're rare and ready to go. No more Mason Graham. He's good. We're done here. He can sit down until the regular season. And then I got people watching that game oh, he's getting pushed back. He was getting double teamed. And I still saw him split a couple double teams, and I saw him ragdoll some offensive lineman for the Panthers. We're good on Mason Graham. He doesn't need to play anymore. Win. Good pick. Good pick, Browns. Well done. And, the regular season will be different. Imagine him out there with Myles Garrett. Imagine those guys on that D-line getting after it together. We're good on Mason Graham. So I think the D-line has really shown up over the last couple weeks from what I've seen. That's like any other positivity that I've seen. Like the D-line has looked good. Schlesinger has looked pretty good. I think the DBs have been all right. Obviously, the blow to MJ Emerson being out. I've really tried to focus on the O-line too. And it's hard because you're in practice and you're not full go. I've not heard too much, which I guess is like the good thing. I keep coming back to the wide receivers. Like, if I'd ask you, Ryan, we're setting the quarterbacks aside. Your number one concern on this team, is it anything other than receivers? Because it is for me.
No, it has to be. I mean, you would say running back, but at the same time, you hope eventually that gets resolved with Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I mean, outside of Jerry Jeudy, it's Cedric Tillman, who you need to have a good year. Deontay Johnson, who, I mean, I have hope. Like,
sure,
that he can put it together, because it's all up here.
Yes.
At least it should be all up there. The talent we've seen is undeniable, proof of concept. But I agree with you. I thought Mason Graham was absolutely impressive. The double teams, guess what? You're not going to be able to do that with Miles on the field. Carson Schlesinger looked amazing. He's good. And then Shedeur Sanders. Those were the three most impressive players week one against the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Fannon's been making some plays out there, which has been nice to see too. So it's just really coming back to the receiver thing. Like I said, it sounds like Deontay Johnson's on a good path right now. Keep that going. Thrash, Tillman's now been hurt. It's been tough go, but if they're just going to run the ball and do two tight ends the whole time, you don't need so many receivers. And that's where it's hard to get a base on what they do in preseason, because they're not going to show you what they actually want to run during the season. But just some of the concerns that I have, I think it just pretty much lies in that offense. But it's going to come back to the defense. This defense is going to have to carry this team, and so far things have been looking good for them. All right, flip over to some guards, clawing their way back into this thing a little bit. We'll get to that coming up as well. We have the grid and our future college football parlay presented by FanDuel. We'll get to all of it. Stay with us, Fontana Show.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Lake Spur Marketing, connecting your brand to the right customers. Visit lakespurmarketing.com today.
Now I'm really rooting, Ryan, for two teams to start choking this out for the Guardians to get back into this, because the Tigers, they got to win the other night. But now I'm watching the Yankees implode. I'll take a wild card spot for the Guards, and they just keep finding ways. Welcome back. It's the Fontana Show right here on Big Play in the Rock, presented by FanDuel. Ryan Tyler, Matt Fontana, also presented by our great friends at Fairway Ford, Pure AV, Garage Beer, and Physicians Ambulance. Folks, you're an EMT, you're a paramedic, you're looking for some work, physiciansambulance.com is the place to go. I've known Jason Hess for a decade, and I've seen this company grow to an immense level, but it's never, ever been lost on them that it starts with their employees. I'm telling you that they are one of the most employee-first companies I've ever seen. And they provide an amazing service. EMT, they're at every single event in Morgan Wallen in town. They'll be there for that.
They might need him for Morgan.
They might. Everything. He'll be all over, right? Physicians Ambulance, they're at all the major sporting events downtown. They're at all the different events at the venue. They're down in Columbus now. And if you have a passion for sports as an EMT, there's no better place to go than Physicians Ambulance. And they're all over Northeast Ohio. They're headquartered in Brecksville. But they have satellites in North Ridgeville, Mentor, Kent, Warren, Ashland, Worcester, and now Columbus. One of those places close to you, you're close to a potential job at Physicians Ambulance. They have the top-of-the-line equipment. They have top-of-the-line protocols. And they have really amazing employee-first programs, too. Like, I'm telling you, it's an amazing place to work. It is great. Physiciansambulance.com is their website. You can reach out to them. Third generation. Jason Hess's grandparents started this company. He's now got it. He's taking care of it with his family, and they are the best. So reach out to him. You scan that QR code for our friends at Physicians Ambulance, Cleveland-born, Ohio bred. That is Physicians Ambulance. Guards, right?
You're getting frisky. They're getting frisky, that's for sure.
Gavin Williams, baby. Wow. Dude, I knew that. I mean, the letdown game that after what he did was kind of to be seen. But there's I don't want to say this feeling, even after the Mets series and all that, but I think they can play with almost anybody. Now, they got to still play in the margins, and there's still, I don't want to see Austin Hedges pitching anymore. Like, that was just a blowout loss. Okay, it happens. But, like, the lineup, Gabriel Arias, you see some of those stats about him with runners in scoring position, about how good he is. Jose getting back off the schneid that he was on. If Quan get going a little bit. But it keeps coming back to they're just piecing this all together. And I really do think that they've been able to move past the distraction that was Clase and Ortiz now. And they're like in a new spot. And it's a conversation I did an interview over the weekend and out of Saskatchewan, by the way. And they asked me, they're like, do you think that maybe that situation like galvanized this bullpen a little bit or even the team to like move past? And I go, it's an interesting conversation because if they did know what was going on, like that's awkward. There's like a heavy air that just hangs in that clubhouse. And whatever happened, and I know that Judiciary Committee is getting involved now, and we can just set that all aside, and they can be focused. But here's the thing. They got a little taste. They got a little taste of being back in it. So now we're midway through August, and they're still playing meaningful baseball. Just give them that little bit of motivation to find it. And then if you want to tie in that the Yankees are starting to struggle, the Tigers, it's 6.5 as we record this show. Like, is that going to be, we still got 6 games against the Tigers, right?
We do.
That might be a little too much here with about a month and a half of the season to go. Maybe not. I mean, we made up 5 games in a month before, but they got a little taste. Just be that singular focus on this. The thing is, there's no more help coming. Bieber was still here. You might say, okay, we get him back to the rotation, but he's not. I'm happy that Steven's here, but that's a tough one. Like one more little jolt that they could have. The most positive thing, and this is meant to be a shot at Steven Vogt, but I guess it's going to come off like a shot. He's finally playing Kyle Manzardo.
Yes, he is.
I finally saw they're going to sit down Santana. They're going to find a way to keep Manzardo in the lineup. Thank God. I don't know why it took this long. Don't take him out of the lineup. Just don't do it, okay? And you don't think that helps Jose feel a little bit better when he's got Manzardo batting behind him a little bit? I think they've started figuring it out. At this point, I'm done platooning, guys. Put Gabi Arias out there. You want to run with this Rocchio, which I know he struggled at second base with some errors and some things like that. Run with what you got. Run what you brung, all right? Keep that lineup about same. You want to get some at-bats for Santana to make him feel all right. You want to get some at-bats for Nolan Jones. Okay, whatever, fine. You know your core. Run him out there and keep it going. It's that simple.
Just seems like the Guardians always find a way to creep back into fans' hearts. And I'm just saying, it's going to be nice and merry, and we forget about the payroll and the refusal to pay players for a little while because they turn on their guards ball mojo. But unfortunately, you don't make hay until October.
Well, we'll see in 2 weeks, man. Because again, every week that we go, every little series that you go, you try to make up some ground. We'll see where it goes. I'm really excited for this. It is our first parlay with FanDuel. Let's go. Futures Days coming up on August 26th. Ryan and I are going to throw a little parlay together for the conference winners of college football. We'll get it going. We'll do it next. Fontana Show presented by Garage Beer, Pure AV, Fairway Ford and Physicians Ambulance. We got a little parlay for you next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
All right, folks, here we go. We made the big announcement on our show earlier. We have welcomed FanDuel into our show and to the Big Play Network. So, Ryan, we are ready to go for Futures Day. It is coming up on August 26th. It's a new holiday for football fans. It's 24 hours of deals on all your favorite football season predictions. You want to take a flyer on the MVP race? You want to go for the championship? You want to do whatever it is? We'll do our NFL picks next week. We can do it on FanDuel. Here we go. It's August 26th, so we're going to do a little bit early here to get prepared for it. But visit the FanDuel app today. Start planning your futures bets now because Futures Day is only one day on August 26th. Take advantage of it. We'll get going. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or over and present in select states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Here's how we're going to do it. Ryan has got the odds up from FanDuel on each of the college conferences.
Start with a little Big Ten.
Let's do it, and we will get a parlay cooking. Here we go. Ohio State. got to be the pick here. I'm not picking Penn State. I just ain't going to do it. And isn't that crazy to see just the gap? And we'll see the other ones of how close it is. They're basically telling you there's 3 with only 2 having a real shot here with Penn State and Ohio State. I'm not trying to ruin Drew Aller here, Medina's own. I think, and again, you got to remember this. It's the championship game winner.
Right.
So your team got to make it and then win the championship game.
Right.
I'm going to take Ohio State. I refuse to take Penn State. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take Ohio State as well. It's between Ohio State and Penn State. And I just, as much as I want to pick Penn State, I'm not going to do it.
I refuse.
It's just
bet
James Franklin's not going to win. Like he's not going to win a big game. He's literally allergic to it. So I think we're both in lockstep with Ohio State.
No, I think Julian Sain's going to win the job for Ohio State. Give me the Buckeyes all the way out. All right, now this is where it gets super interesting for me. So we're on to the SEC. Texas, while it's not a conference game, that Ohio State game, I think, is going to set the tone for Arch for Heisman, which you can also bet on Futures Day on the 26th with FanDuel. I think people are just discrediting how much Texas lost. The receivers, they lost a couple linemen, some defensive pieces. Oh, wait, Arch Manning is in there. How much football has he played?
You have people that are saying, well, Arch Manning is honestly the 5th best quarterback in the SEC. And then you have others, Paul Feinbaum, saying he's the best quarterback in college football since Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's quite the range.
It's quite the range. Georgia, I actually think is the pick here, but I'm not going to take them. I actually think Georgia would probably be the pick, but I'm going to set that aside. Kind of the same thing for Alabama. So they just named their starter finally. I think Kalen DeBoer is going to start feeling some heat down there in Tuscaloosa. If they're going to make the playoff like they should. Ryan, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking LSU.
No.
I'm taking LSU. I don't like Brian Kelly. I don't.
Garrett Nussmeier's good.
Well, and I don't like that knee tendonitis thing that's happening with him. I feel like I like LSU in this one. I'm not going to lie. The juice there at plus 600 has got me grabbed in. But it's like I'm going to scratch Texas off. I'm not going to believe in Alabama in this one. And I got to go LSU. They all have really big games and all really tough games to go. I'll go with a little dark horse here. I'm going to go with LSU.
You have to pick one of the top 4. I think that's where you see the clear tier break.
Yeah.
Alabama, Ty Simpson just named their starter. Right. Is Kalen DeBoer, can he hopefully start his legacy at Alabama? We'll see. Gunnar Stockton, who I actually think is pretty good. I think Kirby Smart's still the best coach, but I have to go Texas. Arch Manning, Steve Sarkisian. Okay. He can win in big games. He's no James Franklin. At that point, I'm just betting on talent.
Yeah, long shot, I guess, Florida, DJ Lagway, but we're out of that.
Way too young.
Yeah, way too young. So
we'll Billy Napier sucks.
All right, next up, Big 12. All pretty even. I mean, you take your pick here. I went Utah. I like Kyle Whittingham. I'll just take Utah on that one.
See, I'm just going with Sam Levitt, the best quarterback in the conference, because I don't know too much about the Big 12.
Yeah.
Kansas State has a good young quarterback. I forget his name. But I'm going to go Arizona State for the Big 12.
All right, so we'll differ on that one. I'll go ahead and take Utah on that one.
Notice how my Bearcats were nowhere near that.
Yeah, that happens. That's all right. I don't even know conference they're in anymore.
The Big 12.
Yeah, well, there we go. ACC, I'm going to go Clemson on this one. Klubnik, I don't want to say, again, a cakewalk because they got some big, massive games coming up. It's like you see here. It's either Clemson or Miami, and I'm just going to go with the better quarterback, and I'm going to go with Cade Klubnik.
Yeah, I'm not betting on Mario Cristobal to win a conference championship. So I'm going to go with Clemson. I mean, Cade Klubnik. And at that point, it's like, they're always overrated, but number 4 in the country, like, who was competing with Clemson in that conference?
Yeah, so we'll go Clemson on that one. On the final one, we got
the best one.
Yeah, a little action, baby. Here we go. As it is for so many years.
I believe Toledo received a vote for the top 25.
As they probably should. I'm going to go Ohio, though. Give me the juice. I'll take the Bobcats on that one at plus 340.
What about Eddie George and Bowling Green in his first year? What a turnaround that would be.
Yeah, I don't know about the first year, but that'd be a lot of fun to watch. Northern Illinois on the way out the door. Why not? Do it.
What about those Red Hawks?
I like Miami. Buffalo. I'm just going to go Ohio.
I've taken too many conference favorites.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got a little juice in here. You got a little action here with FanDuel.
So I'll go Ohio as well.
Okay. All right. Do you have the parlay?
I sure do.
Here we go. The big parlay when we're all done right here on. Oh, look at that. Plus 36,000 on FanDuel. Wow.
LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, Arizona State, Toledo.
This one's mine. It's a little different than Ryan's, but you can bet along with us on FanDuel for Futures Day coming up on the 26th. So don't get this in now.
Right.
This is just for exercise because on the 26th, there's going to be even better deals on FanDuel where you get not that we need the extra juice on this one, but you'll get a little extra juice on that for August 26th, 24 hours for all the futures, not just college. It's the pro game as well. MVP, we'll do our division winners next week. We've got it all for you with FanDuel. So mark your calendars for August 26th. Visit the FanDuel app today. Start planning your futures bets now, as we just did. Futures Day, one day and one day only on August 26th. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or over and present in select states. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/responsible or RG. Excuse me, FanDuel.com/RG. I wish we could bet on the grid.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't know if that's a good thing for our fans to be betting on the grid for us, but we'll get to that. We jump into it, and we got the preseason drink game week 2. We'll get it all coming up next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Pure AV, luxury home automation. Experience your dream smart home by visiting pureavcorp.com.
All right, Ryan, here we go. The Immaculate Grid preseason. I feel like we've been on a little heater with it lately.
We've been all right.
A little bit here. Fontana Show on The Rock and Big Play presented by FanDuel, Physicians Ambulance, Fairway Ford, Pure AV, and Garage Beer. Go!
All right, 20-plus passing touchdowns in a season for the Chicago Bears. We could pick a bunch, but did
Mitch Trubisky do it?
I'm sure he did.
Jay Cutler's
I was going to say Jay Cutler, and I don't think he played.
He didn't play on either one of those other spots, so go Jay. Jay Cutler is the pick there. Okay. It's gotta be Trevor.
Yeah, we just go Trev.
Okay.
And we just go Burrow. Not playing for score here, folks.
No. We're good on that one. All right, let's open up. What's screaming at me there?
That Matt Forte?
I wanted to
It's
say
also
Tyrod Taylor.
Brandon Marshall?
It is Brandon Marshall. Exactly what I'm thinking of there. You go Brandon Marshall. I think Tyrod works there too, but I like Brandon Marshall there
Sure he
too.
does.
Uh-oh.
It's got to be 2012 to 18, or is it 2006 to 2018?
I thought it was that one. I think it's that one.
2006?
I think. He played a long time, didn't he?
If it's wrong, we still count it.
Give us the pass. It's one of the two Brandon Marshalls.
Okay.
All right, good job. You got it there. Oh, no, he's in a Seattle uniform. We could have used it over there.
Yeah, we could have.
Damn.
We'll come up with one.
All right, come on
We
back.
could do, is that not Jimmy Graham?
That is Jimmy Graham.
Right? He made his way to Seattle.
He did. Well done. All right, you want to focus on the Giants here?
Sure. Jags, Giants. Something's screaming at me.
Well, it's not Odell Beckham, who is not retired, by the way. Did you see that? Everybody got hooked.
Yeah. They got Adam Scheffler.
Adam Scheffler, yeah. Scotty Scheffler, by the way. Oh, we can start doing golf on FanDuel. That's going to be fun. A little Ryder Cup action. Yeah, save that for a couple.
Giants.
Blake Bortles never went to the Giants.
Blaine Gabbert.
No. Kenny Galladay didn't go to either one of those other spots.
Something's, yeah.
I might have to come back to it.
Defensive player. Calais Campbell. I don't think he played.
I don't think he went there. I don't think so. Leonard Williams didn't go to one of those other spots. All right, we might have to move off that
We
one.
can go back.
All right, Bengals, Giants.
Eli Apple.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. All right, Bengals, Seahawks.
Not Noah Fant. He's just got to
He
the
just
Bengals.
got there and played a game yet.
There's some tight end. Tyler.
I would
not
say
Tyler
Nick
Eifert.
Van Ness, but I don't know if he ever actually played
Not
for the Bengals.
Hayden Hurst. Not Mike Gesicki.
No.
Not. Huh. Maybe I'm making that up.
Running backs.
Not Jeremy Hill.
It's not Jeremy Hill. It's not Jamal Lewis. Not Marshawn Lynch.
No.
I mean, I can't, it's not Dalton. It's not Carson Palmer. I don't think
TJ Hushmanzada, did he play in?
Oh, he did.
Right?
He did. TJ Hushmanzada is 100% correct. You're right. It was TJ Hushmanzada. Well done. All right, there we go. All right, Jags, Seahawks.
Matt Flynn, did he play for both?
I don't think he went to Jacksonville. We always bring up Paul Posluszny, but I don't think he ever played for Seattle. Bobby
Harvin? No.
Are you sure?
No, I mean, that's possible, but
I want to picture him in a Jags uniform. I do. Jimmy Smith, I don't think so. Mark Brunell, I always bring up. Brunell might be a sneaky one for the Jags and the Giants, but I don't know for sure on that one. It's not Geno Smith. I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick ever played Jacksonville, did he? Did one of the McCowns? Josh McCown?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Man.
Keep wanting to think of like a secondary guy, like a corner. But it's not in the Legion of Boom guys. Leonard Fournette, no.
No.
Jamal Adams didn't go to Jacksonville. Jalen Ramsey doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
I can't even think of like an offensive lineman. I gotta kickers? We already there for the kickers? Hope not.
What kicker would we even do?
I don't even know. Will Myers. Or Jason Myers, not Will Myers, Jason Myers.
We go to the Josh Johnson well?
We can. I don't want to. Anything for the Jags and the Giants? Jags and Giants. They've gone through so many quarterbacks. Did Tyrod Taylor ever play for Jacksonville?
I don't know.
I
So
wanted
many receivers like Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones.
All right. Rip Percy Harvin
For
there.
I
don't like it.
I don't. Think
I don't. But we'll see. Yeah.
You just want to guess one for you? Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Evan Ingram. We could have got
Evan
that one.
Ingram,
But
we should've
Shaquille
got that.
Griffin being the highest one for that's tough.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
That's not an easy one, but you're right. Evan Ingram.
That's why
probably
we don't
could've
bet
gotten
on the
that.
Immaculate Grid.
Yeah, that's why it is FanDuel presenting our show. All right, come back. We're going to walk through the drinking game and know that we'll send it out on Twitter. We'll explain it to everybody. We'll do it. Wrap it up next. Stay with us.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Fairway Ford, the largest inventory of new Ford trucks, the lowest pricing, and same hometown level of service. Visit fairwayfordohio.com today.
And here we go. Week 2 of the Garage Beer preseason drinking game. Welcome back. Fontana Show on the Rock. And, of course, Big Play presented by FanDuel. Here's how the drink game works. We will send out something that happens on the broadcast, and you have a corresponding amount of sips, whether it's garage beer, whether it's lemonade or iced tea. You can drink whatever you want on a nice Saturday afternoon while you're watching a little bit of preseason football. Here's some ideas I have. Number 1, Dylan Gabriel's height is mentioned at all during on the broadcast. You knew that one was coming.
Drunk.
And 3, 2, 3.
2, because this is gonna be up for like
Okay. Speaking of Philly, any sort of cheesesteak is shown and or referenced. Because you know Joe Thomas loves to eat. So that's got to be a thing for sure.
I like that.
Eagles, tush push mention 1.
Sure.
It's going to be, I would think, a few times. It's got to be 1, right? Any mention of Nick Sirianni being from Northeast Ohio. Played in Mount. Is that John Carroll? That's going to happen like once.
Yeah,
I'm going to
say
say like
once.
4 on that for Nick Sirianni and
I'd say
crew.
that'd be like a 5.
I got a really deep cut for you. Joe Casper is their safeties coach. He played at Ball and Wallace. That is like a finish your
17-6.
drink. That's like a finish your drink. That is like the deepest cut that I could come up with.
Finish your
for
drink
this
when
game.
DTR throws 3 touchdowns on it.
Anything else player-wise? I'd like something for the player. Like Kenny Pickett gets into the game. Oh, any mention of Kenny Pickett or showing Kenny Pickett
Right.
playing for the Eagles?
Gotta do
4.
that one.
4. I would say 4 on that one. So here's what we'll do. We'll come up with that list. We'll send it out. You can follow the show, and please do, at Matt Fontana Show on Twitter and X, and you can check it out there. And we'll send it out. Get out of there healthy. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy a little bit of football, and we'll talk to you next week. The Fontana Show, presented by our great friends at FanDuel, Pure AV, Garage Beer, Physicians Ambulance, and Fairway Ford. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana, and as always, take it easy.